Yo, what up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Here Go Mine Show. I'll be your host, the lyricist Mummy the Magnificent. And as we all know, opinions are like assholes, and everybody got one, right? Well, here go mine. In today's show, we're going to get into a couple of things, man. We're going to talk about last night's Super Bowl halftime performance and whether the controversy surrounding it and leading up to it is really necessary. Some of us just want to watch the game, man. And we're also going to discuss whether high school protests are effective or not, specifically walkouts. So let's get into it, y'all. Yo, Ez, get us started.
Yo, my flow is magnificent. I don't care what you spit. Mommy Holly represent that real life shit.
All right, welcome back. Let's get into these halftime performances, man. Lately, the stage has become very politicized, and in my opinion, I just don't think it needs to be. I just think we get enough of it 364 days of the year. This one day, can we all just sit back and watch football? If you're not into the halftime performance, you don't have to watch it. It's not mandatory. It's just a bridge from the first half to the second half of the game. Most of us are probably enjoying the game at some type of event, some type of gathering. You don't have to sit there and watch it if you don't like it. If you do, cool, enjoy yourself. Like I said, I just, in my opinion, don't feel as though it needs to be such a political thing. The build up to it was more for the halftime show and what political messaging was going to be involved, whether ICE was going to be there or not. All of these things were overshadowing the actual game to me. Now, the game itself, it wasn't no barn burner. It was a very defensive game, slow pace throughout till it got to the end of the game, and then the scoring started picking up. It got a little more interesting. But honestly, just the whole halftime thing was a good performance. Me being an entertainer, an artist myself, I appreciate the work that's put into these performances. There's a lot going on, a lot of props, a lot of dancing, a lot of movement. Good visuals for a halftime show. That's why I say, all in all, the performance was a good performance. It's not my specific genre, not my specific cup of tea, but I appreciate when something is done well. With that being said, we just got to stop making it such a political thing. It's just supposed to be for entertainment. Now, I hear MAGA put on their own halftime show. From what I heard, Elon Musk pulled the plug on it 2 hours before it was supposed to jump off. So they ended up having to move it over to YouTube and stream it that way. Hey, listen, to each his own. I hope y'all enjoyed that one. For whoever wanted to see that one. I hope everyone that wanted to enjoy the Bad Bunny performance enjoyed it. It is what it is. I just don't think we need to put so much emphasis on the political side of it, and let's just have some fun for that one day. Everybody just enjoy the game. Enjoy your atmosphere wherever you are, whatever you're doing. As far as that night goes, let's leave the politics outside of the game, man. It will be well appreciated by some of us just fans of the game. Like, we just want to see a good game. That's all. All right, now, switching gears, man, we're going to get into something a little more serious about our youth and protesting. We had this high school in Georgia, East Coweta High School, where the students organized a walkout. About 150 students walked out of the school and, staged a protest. When told to return to the classrooms, though, a couple of students wanted to, do their own thing. There's always a few that decide that we're gonna take it a little bit further. So we'll see, how that all went down. Let's check it out.
On the high school protest that led to arrests, Channel 2's Courtney Francisco was live at East Coweta High School. Courtney, tonight the superintendent called the students' actions there appalling.
Yes, he said some damaged property in this case, and I have two photos for you, Linda, that the district sent. I'll show them to you right now. They show fences next to the athletic buildings torn down. That's one of the reasons deputies arrested the students and failure to comply with orders. The district said about 150 students walked out of class this morning to show their disapproval of the current administration's immigration policies. Most went back inside when ordered to do so. About 30 to 40 stayed. School resource officers told them to go to the principal's office, and most did, but at least 3 did not. And because of that, they were arrested. The district said deputies released one to their parents because of their age, 14, considered a juvenile, but the others were older, so they are facing legal consequences. And back out here, I want to give you a lay of the land right now. This is the school buildings where the students walked out of class about 11 o'clock today. Over here to the right, you can see there's a stadium, and that's where the students walk to, and that area is where the district says the fences are damaged. I've been talking to parents who are coming and going, picking their kids up from school or from practice tonight, and they said that principals warned students yesterday when they heard rumors of a protest not to do this because they cannot walk out of class because it could be a safety concern. Reporting live in Coweta County, Courtney Francisco, Channel 2 Action News.
So yeah, as you can see, they're not playing around. You don't go back into school when they tell you to, they're going to arrest you. And especially if you vandalize some of the property. Now, organizing a protest isn't wrong. We have that right. As far as doing it in school as a high school student, it's a little more complicated, it seems. There's safety issues involved, and a parent would be losing it if during one of these walkouts something happened to their child. They would be blaming the school. Why did y'all allow this to happen? How come there wasn't some school authorities or someone out here to make sure that these kids were put back in classes and stuff and these things didn't happen? Well, they tried. Like he said, the principal sent something home, announcements, letting the parents know that this was being planned. They said something to students not to do it. Obviously, the students did it anyway. I mean, I get it. Y'all wanted to voice y'all, opinion and frustration with the way things have been going. But there's ways to do these things without causing issues. My suggestion, if these things end up happening again, if some students decide they want to do that again, I mean, try to follow the guidelines as much as possible. If you guys are going to do a walkout, walk out, sit on the front lawn. Don't leave. Don't vandalize stuff. If they tell you to go in, make them tell you a couple times. Don't get up and go on the first one. That's not, you won't be doing too much of a protest then. But you got to be mindful. Shout out to those students who were able to organize and gather, because I know that's not an easy thing to get a bunch of teenagers and high schoolers to organize to do anything together, let alone something like that which could cause them to get in trouble. So shout out to them for being bold enough to do it. But I suggest that you guys, if in the future, if this is a thought or if this is planned or something like that, try to do it within the guidelines. You might be a little more successful. It's just my suggestion. I'm not suggesting kids start walking out of schools. I got plenty of them in schools, and I don't need them walking out. I don't need to stay in school. But if you are going to do something like this, let's try to think about it. Try to avoid getting yourselves into any jams, but at the same time getting your point across. There's got to be a way. These young minds, y'all are brilliant. I'm pretty sure y'all can figure out ways to do things without getting yourselves in trouble and also still getting your point across. All right? So listen, man, y'all be safe, all right, out here doing your protests and stuff, and just be mindful of trying to keep yourselves out of harm's way and out of trouble while you're in the process of doing these things, all right? Listen, y'all know how it go. Ignore the hate, embrace the love, shut the gate, and close the screen door. Make sure y'all cut that porch light on. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Yo, my flow is magnificent. I don't care